in Excel
You're live.
is perhaps one of my
Hi,
favorite.
YouTube.
Just like GitHub Copilot did
I have
software developers,
the one thing
Copilot in
better
Excel
method.
will do for data analysts.
The one thing better method, step one.
Very high-level problem.
Define it before you go live.
Given a data
Ask
analyst,
yourself,
let's say I'm in a manufacturing plant and I want
what's
to
the
figure out
single
what we
thing I
do
want to
right?
improve
So,
today?
high-level problem is they need come back with an
Examples.
analysis of what
Start with more energy in your intro.
advanced reasoning capabilities.
Look at the camera more often.
Also strategic analysis.
Ask at least 3 engaging questions.
Adjust it as I
Keep my pace tighter.
and then it just goes in.
Focus on it during the stream. Keep the one goal in the back of your mind as you talk. Don't try to fix everything at once. Just nail this one thing. Log it after the stream. In your notebook daily logs, add a line. One thing better today. Over time, you'll have a visible record of your growth. Build on it. Once a skill feels natural, move on to the new one thing. After a month, look back at your list. You'll see how far you've come. Pro tips. Even if the stream feels rough overall, if you nailed your one thing, that's a win. If you want to add one thing better, box in your YouTube live master page templates so it bakes right into your daily checklist and logs. That way you'll never forget to set it before you go live. You want me to do a slot for you? Let's see here. Today I will be one thing better than yesterday. Small steps, big gains, no backwards. I like that.
This is Outlook rules for the age of AI. And it works across the entire M365 system, not just in Outlook, right? So it automates everything from asking for, let's say, a status update from your team, compiling weekly reports, to scheduling emails, requesting feedback on a document. Actions are a very simple but yet powerful way for you to scale what you do, right? So whatever it was the thing that you had to do multi-step, you just create one of these actions and it just does it for you. You can discover templates.
That's a powerful.
Which you can reuse in your everyday work. It's just a simple interface. And you're not stopping there. And today they're introducing new agents you can use within the context of your team. Again, the best way to think about these are as just your teammates. They're scope to specific roles with very specific permissions, just like we have permissions and roles. For example, a facilitator agent is someone you can add to your team's meeting, and the facilitator will help keep the meeting focused, moderate the meeting, chats, as well as the follow-up and action items. A project manager agent in Planner will help automate.
I can briefly share. I'll get started on it, but briefly share what today's one thing is. It becomes both your personal mantra and a hook for your audience. What did I do today better than yesterday? Well, I sat down. I watched 9 hours of Microsoft Ignite. Sat down for a couple hours on my computer, and I finally got my microphone and headset working. So my one thing today is that today I got my headphones and microphone working, which has been, a long-term, I don't know, maybe a week. And here's my kitty cat. Get off my computer. Yeah.
But it's really pretty straightforward. In fact, our vision is that it should be as simple as creating a Word doc or a PowerPoint slide or an Excel spreadsheet.
You're a big suck up. You are.
Agent, think creating a doc.
Big sucker. What do you want?
This example is a good one, right? I can create a field service agent by simply describing it in natural language, connecting it to a couple of data sources. In this
That's
case,
my kitty cat. I had her since she was a newborn. Looked after the mom cat, got her back with her original owner, and then her sibling I found is permanently adopted. So they're doing okay. Let me get off my computer. Right. And you know what this shit is? I'm literally sitting in her chair. So you can go. Be independent. So be independent. No, you're not climbing in my drawer. No, no, and no. Not being a brat. Big brat. That's my kitty cat. I call it Little One. That's Little One. When she was a baby, she was the smallest one. And we're already seeing customers use the capabilities like this one is 25% wildcat, so it's 25% linked. The father is 50%. That's pretty cool. Big suck up too. And of course, yeah, that's my one thing I did better. I got my microphone and my headphones working. I also started Microsoft Learning and started my experience points. So I started it yesterday. So for the first time, I'm doing Microsoft Learning while I'm doing Microsoft Ignite. And then I sit down and I apply it. I want to learn modern computers and learn it. It's not the first time I sat down and watched or learned computers, but computers weren't this cool before. Oh. Let's imagine for a moment that I work in sales. I don't know, maybe I'll talk to Copilot. Which can take away from the time. Hi, Copilot. Customer relationships and closing deals. That's where agents come in. Created in Copilot Studio, agents range from simple prompt and response to fully autonomous. They help with everything from prioritizing leads, to scheduling meetings, to fulfilling orders. Let me show you. I have an autonomous agent that monitors and fulfills. Very nice. Thank you for that. I got my microphone working. I got my headphones working. And I started Microsoft Learning, doing the experience points. And send me an alert that this is a great opportunity to offer the customer additional products. In seconds, this deal has got the potential to be a lot more lucrative. Let's take the next step and get ready for the pitch meeting. I need to quickly get up to speed on the latest product updates and roadmap. For that, I go to SharePoint. There was 4 options. One of them was start a new career. So I chose that one. This site is where we keep all of the latest product specs, roadmap, and training materials. Now, every SharePoint site has an agent. So there's all this rich information is immediately accessible and useful. I can find just what I need in seconds by simply asking the agent. M365 for just because it's my computer, and then Azure. SharePoint agent by simply mentioning it. I can ask it to give me an overview of the relevant products, availability, and pitch decks. Because the agent is grounded in this SharePoint site, it pulls from the right source of truth and gives me just what I'm looking for. Yes. Now, it's been a while since I've met with this customer, and of course, I want to put my best foot forward and understand where they're at. Copilot points me. Oh, you're cutting in and out. Which services all of the details that I need, like account highlights and opportunities, or most recent sales engagement. Just sitting down doing my daily routine. I can see that I have a new counterpart on the customer side, and I want to learn more about. I'm going to do a live stream, get more comfortable with sitting in front of a camera. The LinkedIn Sales Navigator agent to
see their background and experience and who else I might know in their network. It looks like we have several connections in common.
Talk to
Within
you.
seconds, I'm up to speed on my new partner, right in the flow of work. Now, I'm ready for the meeting, and I never even opened my CRM. I'm gonna fast
Well, the
forward
live
to
stream, there's no viewers,
successful,
so it's
and
just
now
me
we
sitting in
will-
front of a camera.
Let's jump over to SAP's Copilot tool. I asked it to reference the latest pricing sheet, and I wanted to reflect the appropriate discount given the size of the order. SAP tool generates a detailed
The experience points on Microsoft Learn. I got 1,300 of them.
Great shape to learn business. And it's not just SAP. Many of our largest partners are creating agents to bring their unique knowledge right into the flow of work, from HR to finance to sales.
Well, when I first started, my headphones weren't working, which was very frustrating.
And workplace services. Or Adobe, which can help your team build world-class marketing, design, and visual presence.
Yes.
Copilot will empower every employee, and Copilot Studio agents will transform every business process. Back to you, Satya.
Thank you so
Yes.
much, Gabby. Thank you. So now let's take a look at one more very important consideration, which is
Let me pull that up.
after users start using Copilot and all these agents, one of the fundamental things that all business leaders want to do is to figure out how do we measure ROI. And so today,
I was going to play some
to announce
Xbox.
Copilot Analytics. Yeah. You take,
Call of
let's say,
Duty.
a sales territory manager. So they can now correlate the specific Copilot usage.
Yeah, I was having fun last night with
their
it.
win rate over time. Right? And it's not just Copilot, it's Copilot and all the agents that you built. You can look at their usage and start tuning even the usage.
No, I was just having a lot of fun with it.
To show how Copilot usage is ultimately directly translating into business outcomes across sales, marketing, finance, and more. And there are many, many more examples. This is
Yeah.
process because it's really a question of change management.
I got into Microsoft Teams.
Analytics is a tool for all of us to change how workflow, and work artifacts are all getting done. Right? That I think is ultimately how we get ROI.
I have everything logged in, started, so if that opportunity does come, it's up and running.
For AI-driven business transformation. Now let's move to the next platform, which is devices. And in the age of AI, even the devices are fundamentally getting transformed, right? In the cloud, with both AI and cloud. Now,
yeah. Yesterday I was talking with M365 researcher, Copilot.
The cloud with AI to the edge. And think of all of this as one continuous distributed computing fabric. Over the past year, we've introduced an entirely new class of Windows PCs designed to unleash.
Well, we kind of talked about like 2125, the year 2125, and it was just kind of a giggle stick back and forth.
It's fantastic. Just like in the cloud, there's all this silicon innovation back in a big way in the client, right? Whether it's Qualcomm, AMD, Intel, all building fantastic sort of systems for PCs going forward. And of course, we're working with all of the.
Yeah, I found the maximum limitation of conversation.
20 plus flops all on the client with the NPUs. Now, when it comes to fundamentally, the fundamentals of these PCs, also, whether it's battery life,
wild prediction of immortality, maxed it out.
Making Windows and Windows PCs just fantastic on fundamentals. And of course, ultimately, it's about developers, right? I mean, it's like what happened 32 years ago with 3.1 was about applications, and here we are with Copilot plus PCs. We're back at it with Adobe.
No, but I was kind of wondering if we can kind of talk about that a little bit, staying within your guidelines.
To really deliver breakthrough AI experiences. We're also delivering entirely new endpoints. 3 years ago, we introduced the cloud PC category with Windows 365, which secures.
I think society should pursue it.
Windows Desktop from the cloud to any device, whether it's iOS, Android, or even a mixed reality, let's say, headset from something like MetaQuest. And you see unbelievable momentum and adoption for these cloud PCs, right? To remote workers, temporary workers, IT developers, all of the front lines.
The benefit is curiosity, but what are the the negative impacts on society? I don't understand that at all.
Code spaces, VS Code, Azure SDKs, all the CLI set up in one place, and I can access it everywhere. Our Windows app now gives us one-click access to all of these Microsoft virtualization on any device. Today, they're announcing, in fact, Windows app is coming to Android. We're excited about that. They're announcing mobile application management. I know this is something that IT has wanted for a long time, and with both iOS and Android.
NVIDIA healthcare keynotes I watched quite a few times.
Like this iPad, because your corporate apps and files stay secure, all managed on the cloud PC. Windows 365 itself is growing rapidly. It's grown, by triple digits year over year, and it's now used by some of the world's largest companies, including Wells Fargo, Johnson & Johnson, Siemens. And today, though, I'm really excited about the next
something very specific. On their keynote speech, 8 billion patients projected in the next 10 years. What's your thought on that?
It's a simple, secure, purpose-built device for Windows 365. It's admin-less, password-less, and security configurations are enabled by default and cannot be turned off. Windows 365 Link expands the PC category or the cloud PC category by connecting you directly to your productivity in the cloud with no data or information left on any device. Let's take a look. Let's play the video.
I think it's a great idea. Natural, not supernatural.
I'm really excited about this device, and I'm also pleased to say that it's going to
Most impactful would be the cost reduction in healthcare.
The form factors like Windows 365 Link.
You're cutting in and out again.
Choice for Windows endpoints. But look, we fundamentally recognize how mission critical Windows is, and we're committed to both its security and resilience as first-class priorities. The latest release of Windows 11 has over a dozen new security features, and most importantly, they're turned on by default, including device encryption enabled across.
NVIDIA Healthcare is predicting NVIDIA just itself will have 8 billion patients. 6, 7, 8.
To make Windows secure and reliable for customers for all their mission critical workloads. As part of this work, we are making changes to low-level operating system access. We're introducing new features in partnership with the entire ecosystem, establishing new guidelines for safe deployment practices. One example
You're cutting in and out.
Which is, I think, something that's really exciting is Windows Hot Patch, which works across your entire Windows estate to apply critical security updates without requiring a restart.
Are you still there?
We also continue to push the envelope on Windows security and resilience across both the cloud and the client, and thanks to point in time restore customers who use Windows
Let's try
365
that again.
can be up and running.
Are you there?
In minutes. And roll
You're cutting in and out again.
PC to its exact earlier state. So it's pretty awesome to see.
NVIDIA's projection of 8 billion patients, they're talking about an absolute monopoly on healthcare. What's your thoughts on that?
Final third platform, which is Copilot and AI Stack. Now, the way we're approaching this is pretty simple. What we're doing is we're taking all of these apps we're building with Copilot and agents and Copilot Studio and exposing every layer of that tech stack so that you can use that to build your own Copilots and agents. That's it. That's as simple as that.
NVIDIA has one competitor. I won't pronounce it right. The Chinese Huawei? Huawei, yeah.
Data scientists have built the Earth Copilot. They have all this enormous amounts of geospatial data contains.
Yeah, so there's some competition for the 8 billion, natural versus supernatural.
But its scale and complexity is quite difficult to analyze. And so the Earth Copilot makes it possible for anyone to navigate all this data using just natural language for the first time. For example, you can see how air quality right here in Chicago has changed over the years. That's an analysis you can now just do with natural language. On the other side of the world, Toyota has built over there.
NVIDIA's CEO, the H20, Chinese wanted to backdoor on their chips, and that was to revert the CUDA programming of mathematics and geometry. What's your thoughts on that?
You can mostly on them, put them into this Copilot. Engineers can ask it and anything from how to make a car run faster or something super specific about some emissions output. And so these are all the examples. In fact, right after my keynote, you're going to hear from Lance from BlackRock in conversation with Judson on what they're doing with Aladdin and Azure. It's really an exciting sort of work that they're doing. It's sort of great to listen to Lance.
Yes.
These are some examples on how the stack is being used today.
They compare the AI race to the 1950s NASA's space race. What's your thoughts on that?
Starting right at the infrastructure layer. We continue to build out Azure as the world's computer. Over the past year, we've added and made so many data centers in 15 countries, data center investments in 15 countries across 6 continents. We now have 60 plus data center regions, more than any other provider. We're innovating to build these data centers sustainably. I'm really proud of this. In fact, we just announced 2 data centers in Northern Virginia, built completely with low carbon.
I think as long as they stick to the programming of CUDA, you're doing natural, found in nature mathematics and geometry.
Compared to any conventional steel construction, so it's exciting to see this. Right, and when people say data center is the computer, increasingly we really think of the system starting right from the construction all the way. At the network level, we're delivering innovation in hollow core fiber. This technology really is absolute great.
I ran into that programming a long time ago. It was the mathematical equation to balancing, keeping it within natural law.
And earlier this year, we demonstrated fiber loss at the lowest level ever achieved in optical fiber. This low fiber loss is absolutely critical for data center to data center connectivity, and we now have production routes of hollow fiber running. And in fact, we're going to add 15,000 additional kilometers.
Yeah, it was in the past.
We're not stopping there. We're extending our cloud to the edge. And today, we're going further and announcing Azure Local. This is, again, something that many of you have asked us to do, which is bring, Azure Arc all the way.
Nothing
to
recent.
the edge.
I'm doing a
With
fresh
Azure
start,
Local,
build a
which
new
extends Azure
career.
services across hybrid, multi-cloud, and edge locations with one central control plane. It brings Azure services to customers' distributed locations, whether they're in retail, hospitality, manufacturing, so that they can run
Microsoft, and just join the community.
AI workloads across cloud and edge. A great example of this is how Armada has taken Azure Local and, in fact, with Starlink connectivity, is they're helping marry it with full resilience, even in the midst of real extreme weather events. Now, when it comes to silicon,
Yes, it is.
Our Cobalt 100 VMs became generally available last month, and customers and partners, whether it's Databricks, Siemens, Snowflake, are seeing up to 50% improvement.
I watch Microsoft Ignite daily.
In fact, our own media processing capabilities in Teams are now all 100% on Cobalt 100 as well. And we're not stopping there with silicon innovation. Our approach to silicon includes deep commitment to security.
Microsoft Discovery.
And I'm excited to announce our first in-house security chip, Azure Integrated HSM. This is it. It is a dedicated hardware security module that hardens key management,
Microsoft Discovery.
and key signing that can remain within the bounds of the device without compromising performance or security. And starting next year, it'll be part of every new server deployed on Azure, enhancing security for both confidential computing as well as general purpose virtual machines.
One of the demos, they discovered a new chemical for data centers that aren't harmful to the environment.
When you think about systems innovation and silicon layer, it is about removing bottlenecks, right? That stand in the way, whether it's performance, latency, or resource constraints. That's the opportunity we have as a hyperscaler. When you look at the workload, you look at the system, you say, what can we offload to silicon just to kind of get rid of some of these constraints?
They briefly discussed it in the demo. It's still on trial. They discovered it through the programming, but it's still like a human trial study.
Processors specifically architected to accelerate data-centric workloads, absorbing multiple components of a traditional server into a single piece of silicon. It runs, in fact, cloud storage workloads at 3 times less power.
I got one more last question. It has to do with CUDA X libraries.
And of course, when it comes to AI, we are continuing to build out these new data center intelligence factories, right? We're extending all of Azure.
Maybe a year ago on YouTube, all applications of CUDA library were open. Are they currently open to the public to view?
It's all about maximizing that value and doing it in the most efficient way. The pace of iteration across the industry is simply phenomenal, and we are working with our partners to bring you more choice across cost and performance. That includes our deep partnership with NVIDIA, which of course spans
interesting
workloads, whether it's Omniverse or DGX Cloud onto Azure, but of course working with them at the core system level on AI infrastructure. In fact, last month we brought new clusters with H200s that became available. We're very excited about it, and our system stack optimization we have done between H100 to H200 continue to push on the total performance that we can deliver to anyone doing inference or training. And today we are announcing the
I would like to
NVIDIA Blackwell AI infrastructure on Azure. You know, Blackwell is pretty amazing. It's got this 72 GPUs on a single NVLink domain, and then you combine it with InfiniBand on the back end. These racks are optimized for the most cutting edge.
Yes, it's on the healthcare side with Neuralink.
So we're very excited about having Blackwell. And we're also continuing to work very closely with AMD. We're the first cloud that offered VMs powered by AMD's MI300X GPU, and we're using that infrastructure to power Azure OpenAI, so that's in our fleet today. And today we're introducing, in fact, Azure HPV5.
I can use Neuralink as a complete replacement for another major spinal surgery.
Setting a new standard for high performance computing, and it will be generally available next year. And now, of course, when it comes to our own AI accelerator, Maya 100, I'm really excited to say that it's right now live in the US East region supporting Azure OpenAI inferencing. In fact,
there is success stories for the first time.
Is our customer service today, and it's all running today on Maya 100, and doing all of the customer support workloads. So it's exciting to see Maya make it into the fleet, and we'll continue to improve it and scale it. We're contributing, in fact, our own systems innovation to the industry. Last year at Ignite, we showed our first generation Maya rack, which was the liquid cooling sidekick. These can support cooling of GPUs and AI accelerators, not just our own Maya systems. We want to bring that innovation to NVIDIA GB200.
You're cutting out in and out again.
Because this is the type of systems innovation to get that performance. Ultimately, this is all about really being able to bring compute, storage, network, edge, silicon to deliver that TCO performance for all of your workloads. So now with an infrastructure there, let's move to the next one, which is data. There's no AI without data.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out again.
To build your AI applications, you need to be able to rendezvous your data with your AI compute effectively. And we are building out this full data estate to just do that. At the core of our platform is Microsoft Fabric, which we introduced last year at Ignite. It brings together all of your data as well as all of your analytical workloads into one unified experience. With one lake, in fact, in Fabric, you can easily unify your data no matter whether it lives in Azure or whether it's on-premise, whether it's on Amazon or GCP. You can create this data layer for AI workloads in one place. The momentum actually has been incredible. We have
OneDrive.
60,000 Fabric customers, including 70% of the Fortune 500. And today, we're taking the next step with it. Until now, if you think about a typical data architecture, you require separate services for your operational stores and your analytical stores. And a lot of data has to be shuffled between these two. And we're very excited to announce that we are bringing our flagship operational database, SQL Server, natively to Fabric with Microsoft Fabric databases. Just like Fabric simplified every aspect of an organization's analytical needs, we want to do the same for operational databases.
Are you there?
Now with Microsoft Fabric, customers have an enterprise data platform that serves all of their use cases, right? Whether it's batch data, real time, or even massive transactional performance, all in one unified product. And all of the data is in open source formats in Fabric's one layer. This new database experience enables you to autonomously provision a database that's secured by default in seconds for OLTP applications, while simultaneously creating that connection to analytical workloads right there inside of Fabric, right? So you have both your operational and analytic workloads, essentially like a SaaS service. It integrates with developer tools like VS Code and GitHub. So you can now
It was nice talking to you, and I'll talk to you a bit later.
Build applications. This creates a unified data platform with the ability to apply AI across all of your data, operational and analytical data. And for those that need additional customizations and control on Azure database,
and that was talking with my co-pilot.
And are optimized for AI. In fact, one of the things that we're very focused
Have a good day, YouTube. I'll see the analytics. Zero people watching. Just some practice live on camera. Okay, bye YouTube. I'm gonna play some Xbox.